Start. What do I do?
Hi, I'm Leo, and I'm the team leader of the Cohen Group Northwest.
I'm Leo Cohen, and I am the team leader and owner of the Cohen Group Northwest. So I got into real estate just over 7 years ago, and originally I was making pizzas over at Fat Pie Pizza while I was going to Western Washington University, and I was playing soccer there. And so I had made a decision that I needed a change in my life. School was awesome for so many reasons, but at that point in my life, I needed to transition to something that fit a little bit better with my brain, my learning style, and my entrepreneurial spirit. And so I made the call to drop out of Western, to the chagrin of some of my family, but also it was one of the best things I've ever done. 3 of my best friends down in Seattle were actually in real estate, and they said, "Oh, you gotta jump on board." And so naturally, with about 5 minutes of research, I decided that I was gonna jump into real estate. So that's how I got into real estate. The majority of my experience over the last 7+ years has been in residential real estate. And over the last 3 years, I've really had the amazing opportunity to dive into the acquisition, land development, and building side of new construction in Whatcom County. And so that's been my real focus in addition to the residential side, really over the last 3 years. One of the most important things for me as a human is that I made a goal that I was going to make myself uncomfortable at least one time a day. And when I say uncomfortable, I mean put myself in a room with people that are a lot smarter than me and put me on the spot or force me to think on my feet. And so when it comes to these bigger projects, anybody that says they've got a ton of experience in there is probably 50 years old. And so jumping into this world of not really fully knowing what I'm doing because I haven't done it before, but also having been a part of other projects and being resourceful enough and surrounding myself with a team that's competent to help me do these things. When it comes to getting down to the nitty gritty of just like stepping it forward every single day, it's just one of those things where you do one residential real estate transaction, and yeah, they vary. There's a huge spectrum of what you can see on a day-to-day basis, but most of them have the same checkpoints. And for these type of things, my brain just gets excited because it's the constant chase of what tomorrow is and what the big picture is. And I'm very goal-oriented. So knocking out hey, you have your big goal, and then you work back to your mid-sized goals and your smaller goals and your day-to-day goals. And that day-to-day goal could just be a phone call, but recognizing that there's progress forward. And that's truly the cherry on top. The moments in a transaction that make me the most excited are, yeah, absolutely the housewarming parties at the end when everyone's celebrating right as they're about to get ready to start doing home projects. But also the moments that we win as a team together. So there are moments that not only do we win as the buyer or seller and buyer or seller's agent, but the other agents are actually also winning. Both parties get to collaborate, win. It's a win-win. People are happy. It's not just a kind of nail and tooth negotiation to the bone. And so that's what really gets me grinding. And so when we get the feedback from our clients that say, this was the best experience that I've ever had in one of the most challenging situations I've ever been in, and knowing that we navigated it as a team to ultimately get them the best scenario, that's what just hits me straight in the heart and makes me recognize like why I got into this business. It's important that we're focusing on the customer's best experience first. And part of that means going the extra mile to get information, give them education, and ultimately get deals done that sometimes may fall apart because of lack of just giving it your all. I love the place we live because we have the most amazing balance of nature, just enough to do here where you're not losing your mind, and also really amazing people, truly amazing business owners, really sweet people that live here, and a really interesting balance of people that have different opinions. And I found all that through the podcast. And so, yeah, I love the lake, I love the mountains, I love the trees, I love mountain biking. It's like complete heaven up here. Being up on the mountain, making decisions that are kind of point blank decisions that allow my brain to continue to function, but be unplugged from the way it functions at work, which is constantly on my phone or a computer or, meeting someone in person. So it's an opportunity to disconnect, but reconnect with nature.